Hey, what's going on, boys? So we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be talking about defensive coverages and how to beat each coverage and exploit the weaknesses of it. This isn't necessarily anything veer and shoot related, but we're going to be using the veer and shoot formations because it's going to be making it easier to see because everything's going to be spread out. So just keep that in mind. So to start off, we're going to be going up against cover two. So what is cover two? Let's show the play art here. So basically they got two cloud flats, 3 hook curls, and 2 deep zones. So where's it weak at? It's going to be weak right in between the cloud flat and the deep zone, and then also over the middle. They have a mid read, but if you get just past that mid read, then you're wide open. You can split the safeties. Another really good concept against this is 4 verticals. But that's basically what you're looking for. Anything over the middle, low, is going to be kind of covered. Anything over the top is going to be covered unless you have enough people going over the top. It'll make more sense once I show you some plays that beat it. So this is the first concept that's going to beat it. We're going to split the safeties. So how do you do that? We're going to take the slot route over here, just stem him up, put him on post route, and then we're going to put B on a streak as well. What this does is the safety on the right side, he's got to choose whether he wants to defend A or B. He can't defend both of them. And you're probably thinking, well, what about that other guy? He's sitting there over the top of him. Can't he defend him? Well, cover two, he's playing that cloud flat, so he's going to stay shallow. Also, I forgot to tell how to read this one, but reading it, it's easy to tell. Look at the safeties. You got 2 of them playing deep, and then the corners are playing about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. But anyways, let me show you how this works. Straight over the top. Let's go into instant replay and take a look at it. So why does this work? Well, we're just going to key on this safety right here. So he's got 2 guys going vertical on him. I don't know why that cloud flat actually kind of matched on. They usually will not do that because cover 2 is not a match type play. Most of the time he will not match on. But see, the safety, he's in conflict here. He's got to stay over the top of the other guy because the other guy's in that cloud flat responsibility. He's not supposed to be there technically. So that gives this guy room just to come in and get right in between these guys. This safety can't help either because he's got to guard this guy. This is what a cloud flat typically does. Let's watch him. He's going to come in, kind of jam him off the line, and then he's going to stay right here to catch anything underneath. And that's just going to let him run free until about right here. Then the safety's going to try to get on him. So then our slot guy just comes in free. Let's show another way to beat it. All right, same defensive coverage, but our play is going to be a little bit different. So this is the closest I got to 4 verts in this playbook. This is the Mississippi State one. I picked this one for a couple plays later on against cover 4. But 4 verticals. This is going to beat pretty much every coverage but cover 4, mainly being because they have 4 deep zones that actually cover it. So here's an idea here. In between, let me pull up the play art. So in between this cloud flat and the deep zone, if one of these guys on the outside can get past the cloud flat, he's going to be wide open in that seam. Let's see if we can hit that. Neither one of them really got open on that one, mainly because they're on fades and not streaks. You can kind of do something like that. That's basically what he's doing. Let me move him over, and then we'll put him on a streak here. Well, that's still a fade. I don't know why it's giving that fade route, but you get the idea. 4 verticals against cover 2 as we throw a pick right there. But that's not usually what happens, especially if they shade down. This will really show it. If they shade underneath, it turns into hard flat, so they're not going to play near as far back. Now check this out. Oh, I forgot the hot route, so we do another pick. Bear with me. I'm not used to making these types of videos. All right, so now they're shaded down hard flats. And now we have everybody on streaks. I'm going to cancel the play action as well. And look at B right there. You can hit him right along the sideline. Easy completion. So let's get into another concept. All right, so another great way to attack cover 2 is something called a flood concept. An easy way to set it up is say we just put the tight end on a corner route, use B to clear out, and then have a flat route on the same side. What that's going to do is that that streak's going to clear out the deep zone, and then the running back's going to clear out the cloud flat. So A is going to be wide open. Or, since he's in the cloud flat, you just take the running back. Now, if they happen to shade down and put a hard flat, same route combo, but now they're shaded down, the tight end's wide open. And that's going to beat 90% of coverages in this game. You're just playing the high-low game there. That's why this route combo is so popular. And that's going to work every time. We're not going to shade down this time. Stock cover 2. What do we get? What do we get? We got the running back. But yeah, that's cover 2. Those are 3 easy ways to beat it and an easy way to recognize it. All right, then we have cover 3. A lot of people, when they run cover 3, they're running match. Basically, all that is man coverage. We're not going to pay too much attention to it. But what you have here is, let me show you. They call it cover 3 because you got 2 deep zones, or 3 deep zones, my bad. But you got a corner playing a deep zone, you got another corner playing a deep zone, and you got the safety playing a deep zone. Then everybody else is playing underneath. And you can usually tell it's a cover 3 by how far back they're playing. They're playing a little bit past 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This one's really easy to confuse with cover 1, but the best way to tell is look at the linebackers. They got 2 in the box. There's only one guy they really got to worry about guarding, that's the running back. So they're not really in a man look here. So where's this weak at? Well, cover 3 match is a little bit better against the seams than a typical cover 3 would be. But it is weak against the seams. 4 verticals works great. Flood concepts work great. And attack in the middle, they really call this middle of the field closed because you got the hook curls and the deep zone in the middle. That's not really what we're looking for. We wouldn't want to throw a deep post here or anything. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Here's a route combo that will work. A stock slot fade. Because we know it's match and the seams are weak, what's going to happen is a deep zone that's supposed to be playing over X, he's going to match onto him, and then the one over Y is going to turn into a deep zone. Just like this. Then you just bomb him over the top. I'll show you again. And that's pretty much going to happen like every time. Easy as that. All right, so we switched them up now. Now we're in a cover 3 sky. Easy way to tell. Same coverage, looks identical, but instead of seam flats, they're going to be in curl flats. So the seams are going to be a little bit more open here. If they're in like a cover 3 sky, you really want to hit the seams, but you can still try to attack the outside. That's what you ideally want to do. Flood concepts and seams work great. Here's an example of the seams. We're just looking at A and Y. You can kind of pass lead A in. That was a bad pass lead. That was my fault. Same thing here. That's a better pass lead. Still kind of got, damn. These AI are pretty good today. We're just looking for something to, well, we are not leading these great. They're going way upfield. I'm just trying to lead them inside. Usually you can lead them down, though. Be a little bit better, typically. But also regular streaks work better. This, I probably should have picked the Tennessee playbook just for the wide offset, typical algo. But that's pretty much your read on these. Just something like that. And then let's go to a flood concept again. All right, so we're going to set up the same flood concept. Tight end corner, streak B, and then put the running back on a flat. Now check this out. One of these guys is going to get open. It's going to be A here. Depending on where they got their flat set up, you're pretty much just making the same high-low read. That's all you're doing. So go high-low. We had A, just didn't have time to hit him. Same thing here. Didn't have time again, but he was open. Probably could have hit the one underneath too. He was a little bit more open there. And move around the pocket a little bit better. But yeah, against cover 3, you want to attack the sidelines. And then, say they shade down. It's going to be the same thing as cover 2. It's cover 2, but you just got a third deep zone in the middle. So this would still work great. Flood concept. It's actually going to open the corner route up more. Yeah, easy as that. That's cover 3. And this right here is cover 4. How do we know it's cover 4? Well, the corners are playing about 10 yards off. They're giving plenty of cushion. And then you have 2 high safeties. Wrong controller. But pretty much what cover 4 is, they got 4 deep zones, right? They only got 1 hook curl, depending on what coverage they're in, or what formation. They could have 2 hook curls. But pretty much deep is a no-go. Nothing deep's going to get open. You got 4 guys down there. Cover 4 is usually going to be ran in a match coverage. You can kind of break it if you send 5 vertical routes out, but I'm not going to focus on that too much because it's kind of hit or miss. But if we're just beating cover 4, don't get into the specifics of palms versus quarters too much. Palms are just more designed for trips formations. Quarters more designed for 2x2s like this, but same idea. So what works against cover 4? Well, same thing we were doing earlier. Flood concept. Got a bad pass lead there. He kind of matched on the tight end. And if you want to, stem him up. Might make it a little bit better. Come back down to it. Flood concepts still work great. So what else works? Mesh. You want to attack it underneath. These flats are going to be playing pretty far back. And they're also going to match onto everything. So you want to attack it underneath. Why is mesh good? Well, they're just as Nico fumbles. Getting no time in the pocket here. But why does mesh work? Because there's going to be a lot of bumping going on around the middle. And you're also attacking underneath. So match being match, it's basically man right here. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to get one of these guys underneath open. Don't know why we're not getting them right now. But this is probably the best way to beat it. And then kind of turn it upfield. And if you want to, you can put like B in like a deep cross on these mesh plays. That gives you the high-low option too. That's another concept we're going to talk about after this. That's my personal favorite way to do it. I'm not a big mesh guy, especially out of the Veer and Shoot. Bad throw. But you get the idea. Pretty much just taking checkdowns. Cover 4, attack it underneath. All right, so this is a concept called drive. It's basically the same thing as the high-low we were doing, but you're doing the high-low on the same side. Actually, a good way to do this is now it's really a flood drive. You got the drive over the middle and a flood concept. Something like this is going to beat pretty much every coverage in the game. Let's focus on the high-low. We got the low. All right, play the high-low again. We got the low. We also got the corner route. I'd like to get the over the top one time at least. Oh, that's a bad pass lead. I threw the wrong button. Let's go ahead and shade them down. Because some people will play this shaded down to cancel match. Now we should get Y. Just like that. But yeah, that's cover 4 and easy ways to beat it. All right. So this is a cover 6. How do we know it's cover 6? Well, they got 2 deep safeties. And then look at the corners. One of them's playing 5 yards off. One of them's playing 10 yards off. Reason being, one side's a cover 4 side. One side's a cover 2 side. That's why it's cover 6. So we look at the zones here. They have 3 deep zones. But they got a quarter flat and a cloud flat. So pretty much what you want to do is just consider the cover 4 side dead. Put some shallow concepts over there, maybe an out route, flat route, whatever you want to do. You want to attack the cover 2 side. So the side with the shorter safety, flood concept. Then if you want to do something over here, something like this works really well. Look at this route combo. X is going to clear it out. You hit Y. That's how you attack the cover 4 side if you were going to. But let's just forget about the cover 4 side. Cover 2 side. Well, where's he going? He's playing the corner route. Throw that there. This also is a match coverage, by the way. Yep, they're matching on to A. Throw the underneath. Then say they shade down because you keep attacking the underneath. Well, what's going to happen? A's going to get wide open. Same exact way to beat it. But pretty much you just want to attack the cover 2 side. Other things that'll work. I don't know how this will work out of here. But B might get it. Kind of lead it out there. Yep. Attack that soft spot in between them. 4 verts will work great. Let's see if I can just set up a 4 verts out of this. I've never tried anything like this. That safety has to kind of decide where he wants to go. Let's try that one more time because he might throw that tight end too. It works better if it's a play designed for it because, yeah, this is not a very good route combo. Everything's too tight. But yeah, that safety picked he wanted to go over the guy on the end, so we throw the tight end there. If you wanted to, you could just do something like this. You ain't got to throw the running back out there. It's nice to have him clear out, but not needed. Sometimes they'll make a play, sometimes they won't. But yeah, that's cover 6. All right, so what is this? This is cover 9. It's pretty much the exact same thing as cover 6. I think it's just the match principles that are different. But look, same exact setup. You got cloud flat one side, quarter flat the other side. So I'm not going to go too much into this one. Let's just say you throw like a flood concept over there. Then here you even got B on that speed out. Should be good. I was going to throw... we'll just run with this. You can attack that. Attack the cover 4 side underneath. Do something like this. That's going to beat it. Any kind of flood concept, you just want to clear out. Corner route. And if you wanted to, well, what's the best way to do this? Motion the running back over and then put him on table route, then you got the full flood. Attack it like that. Pretty simple stuff. All right, and this is what we call cover 0. How do you know it's cover 0? Well, look, everybody's playing the same depth. There's no high safeties. They're playing about 10 yards off, giving plenty of cushion. They're trying not to get burnt deep. But it's basically man coverage, but they're sitting in the heat. So what we do against this? Well, ideally you want to replace pressure. So like this guy that came down the line of scrimmage, he's probably blitzing. So let's put this guy on like a table route. And who's his man? Probably that left linebacker. He's not necessarily going to be able to get there in time, I don't think. If he does, I mean, oh well. You can make stuff like that happen. Another good way. Just motion the running back out. That's going to bring this guy over. He's going to try to follow him. Zigs are really good against man. You just want those many man-beating combos out as you can. Just something like that. Try to get it out quick. I'll just go down so you can see. Let's pick another play. So another good way to beat the blitz, like I said, you want man-beating routes. So let's just go ahead and throw like the running back on a Texas. You might want to keep him in the block. It's up to you. And then where are they sending pressure from? Well, I think they're sending pressure from the slots because they're playing up close, but everybody else is playing that cover 0 look. So now we know they are. Why not just throw like a slant, like an out, just anything. Got a red throw for some reason. Not sure why. Same look here. Pretty much just any quick routes. Quick man-beating routes. That's all you want. And ideally, wherever they're blitzing from, you want to put somebody there. Another good thing to do. You know they're blitzing the slot. So we're going to use A to clear out. Let the running back clear. You can sometimes hit him right there. It works better on a streak than it does a wheel. But out of this formation, it's not ideal. Yeah, really not ideal. I'm just trying to think, because I don't really use typical splits very often. Pretty much just any man-beating route. You might even want to do something like this, run the high-low again. Maybe throw another post over here. It really doesn't matter. Just throw man-beating routes out there. Hopefully pick up the blitz. Do something like that. Pretty easy to beat the blitz. All right. So let's talk cover 2 man. How do we know this is cover 2 man? They got 2 deep safeties. And look how the corners are pressed. So we're going to run something like this, like verticals. All it is man coverage underneath and 2 deep safeties. So what do we want to do? Man beating routes. Or, same thing here. Bad example. He didn't get as open as I thought he would. I'm kind of like predetermining these reads. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to actually scheme that one open. But look along the sidelines. Something like that. You can still hit those little seam shots. Bloods still work great. Something like this. I need that clear out to be a little bit faster. He took a long time to actually clear out. Yes, he's almost able to make a play on that because he's not clearing out fast enough. That's why you want fast guys on the outside. McCoy's not our fastest receiver. So let's try to do it like over here. A little bit of bumping going on, so it's not the most consistent. But yeah, anything like that, any kind of verticals will beat cover 2 man. I got hit as I threw there. So what else beats it? Let's just stay in like the 5 wide idea here. Just throw man beating routes out. You can still split the safeties. It's going to be a little bit harder, but you can definitely do it. Let's do something like this. That corner might pull that deep zone down, especially if we stem him all the way up here. So middle of the field should be open. The other safety should go X here. And let's just put a drag just to have something over the middle. Look at that. We split the safeties. It's weak in the same spots as cover 2. They're just playing man coverage. So you can literally do anything. Anything that beats man will work. Look, we just beat it with a slant. Just got a bad throw. I mean, man coverage is very, very easy to beat. So let's go into cover 1. All right, so this is a cover 1. Usually you can tell because they'll have 1 deep zone, 1 deep safety, and then press corners. Sometimes they won't press the corners either, but they have 2 guys deep, so they're going to press the corners, make it look like a cover 2. But this is a cover 1 robber. You got a third rec. He's going to come down here and kind of play this area right here. So what that does is we're pretty much calling the middle of the field dead. Same thing as like cover 3. You want to attack the outsides. So looking at this, you would still think it's cover 2 man. So how do you tell it's cover 1? Well, say they weren't pressed and they were in a normal one. You could just motion somebody across. Usually they would follow. I don't know what's going on here. They must have their defensive alignment set to not respond. But usually they're going to follow all the way across. And once again, we want to attack the sidelines. So something like this. Some kind of like slot fade. Yeah, you can tell post snap because you'll see the safety come down. So watch the safety. He just comes down, so that's going to leave this wide open. So what else beats it? Well, same thing as earlier. Any kind of man beating routes. You could even do something like this. Something like this should be pretty good. Didn't have time there. Blood still work. I mean, they pretty much beat anything in the game. Let's do it like this instead. I think the guy I was using is supposed to be on him, so let's put him back on the line so we don't take him out of the play. And then try this flood again. Well, these wide splits is going to be hard anyways. Yeah, I need to go to something a little bit tighter. Let's go to tight while off. Something like mesh spot. And then we'll select cover one robber again. So they still got the too high. See how they're giving space here? Typically you can motion somebody. Watch, he's going to follow all the way across. Motion back. Now we know they're a man. So once again, pretty much any kind of man beater. Every route here beats man. Mesh, really good concept against man. Works good against cover two as well. Same thing here. Didn't have time, but we're about to get B open. Streaks beat it. Bruce not quite fast enough. I thought he might get him at the end. Curls, they beat it. Like I said, man's really easy to beat. And then you also just got flood concepts. They'll beat everything. We're just going to take the left side out of play. Somebody's getting open. Floods beat everything in the game. If you're running a tight formation like this, there's really no reason to call anything else. But I think that's going to do it, guys. I think that's every coverage that we can go over. I think we did cover 0, cover 1, cover 2, man zone, cover 3, cover 4, 6, and 9. Yeah, so that's every coverage. Let me know how that goes for you guys, if that's helping you out or anything. But yeah, I'm out.